Hey guys, welcome back to the Chicago White Sox franchise. In this episode, we'll be wrapping up Season 1. We have 2 games. We're going to start with the game against Boston, and then in between, we are going to show how all of our minor leaguers did because the minor league season will be ending, so we'll show how all our top prospects did. Then we'll wrap up the season. We do have an MLB debut in this video, so stay tuned. And then we'll wrap up the season and show how everyone did and who won the World Series, all that jazz. Here we are in the standings. We're 16 and a half games out. We're still technically not mathematically eliminated, but we're not holding out any hope. We're just fighting to not be in last place of the AL Central. We do have some roster moves. Tanner Banks is finally going down at a 5.88 ERA. Just kind of kept him in there a little bit longer than I should have. He goes down to AAA. We're going to call up a different lefty, a little bit older, Tim Hill, but he's pitching great in 35 2/3. He has a 1.26 ERA in AAA, so he deserves to be on the team, at least for this last month. Jesse Chavez isn't doing awful, but I just want to send him down. He doesn't really, what's the point? Doesn't really deserve to be on the team. He's going to get sent down and waived. No, I don't think anyone's going to pick him up, so I'm sure he'll stay in AAA. We're going to call up someone who deserves to be here, and that's the reason why we're sending Jesse Chavez down, because Jimmy Lambert in 49 2/3 inning has an ERA of 1.09. He almost has a sub-1 ERA. He deserves to be on the major league team, and that's exactly where he's going to be. So we'll start off this episode with a game against the Red Sox, who, after we made that trade with them at the deadline, have been very disappointing as they are under 500, and it looks like they're not going to make the playoffs, barring some kind of late run, as we're going up against Cutter Crawford, who's having a decent year. In the first inning, it's 2 out, nobody on for Luis Robert, and Luis Robert's going to take this 2-2 pitch and serve it into center field for a base hit. 2-out single for Luis Robert, as he is having a nice little end to the season. With missing 2 months, he has been doing pretty good. Next up is Gavin Sheets, who's having a great year. He hits one up the middle. Diving is Trevor Story. Flips to second in time. What a play to end the inning and to stop a rally is beautiful play from Trevor Story. Pitching for us is Garrett Crochet, and he has pitched a lot better. In 18 starts now, he's 7-10 with 101 innings pitched, so still limited on the innings, but he's a 3.72 ERA. He's doing good. I think maybe I will keep him as a starter after all. Time will tell as he strikes out the batter there to end the second inning. So we're going into the third, bottom half of the third. It's Tyler O'Neill, nobody on, 1 out, and he's going to rip one up the middle for a base hit, so he gets on. So the Red Sox have a runner on base with 1 out here in the bottom of the third. Next up is going to be Trevor Story. Already made 1 diving play. Can he do anything on offense? He's going to rip one down the left field line. This one's going to stay fair. It's going to go all the way into the corner. Going to third is Tyler O'Neill. Are they going to send him? They are. The relay is kind of offline, and the throw in is not in time. Maybe a good cutoff. The throw to the cutoff guy would have had Tyler O'Neill at home, but not to be, as the Red Sox score a run. Jared Duran up next. He bloops one to the left. That's a base hit. Runner rounding third. Kierstad with the throw. The throw is a good one, but it's too late. And Trevor Story scores. It's 2-0 Red Sox in the third. Yoshida's up next. He lines one down the left field line. This one's also headed towards the corner as the runner's going to third. And they're actually going to send him too, but this time a good throw, and the runner is dead by a mile. Duran is thrown out. Not even close, as finally Kierstad hits the cutoff guy, and they get the runner in the fourth. It's Gavin Sheets. He blasts one to right field, going back to right fielder. He's still going back. He's still going back. He's on the run. He looks up, and it's gone into the White Sox bullpen. And Gavin Sheets hits another home run, and the White Sox are on the board. It's 2-1. That is home run number 26 for Gavin Sheets, as he is just absolutely cruising in this one. In the fifth we go. It's Garrett Crochet against CJ Cron, and Cron hits one deep to left. This one is off the very top of the green monster. Just missed the solo shot, but it's a leadoff double in the fifth for CJ Cron. Tyler O'Neill would be next up. 2-2 count on him. He goes down swinging to see if Crochet can get out of this jam. Next up is going to be Trevor Story. 1-1 count. And he is going to hit one into right. Oscar Colas right there. CJ Cron will have to stay at second. Red Sox keeping that guy stranded at second for now with 2 out. Can Crochet get out of this fifth inning without any more damage? It's Jared Duran, and he's going to line one to right, but right at Oscar Colas. And it's still 2-1 Boston at the end of 5. In the sixth, it's Nicky Lopez getting the spot start today. Hasn't really done much this season, but he does something there. He gets hit by a slider that gets away from Cutter Crawford. Next up is Vaughn Grissom, and he is going to take ball 4. Nice take right there. So we got first and second. Nobody out, not even a hit this inning. Eloy Jimenez up next, and he strikes out swinging on that nasty slurve. So in a rare moments, he doesn't come through. Robert is up next, though. Can he come through? He hits one on the ground under the first baseman's glove. It's a base hit. Hit too hard and too shallow in the right, though, and the runner will have to stay at third. His bases loaded, 1 out for Gavin Sheets. He usually comes through in these spots this year, and he comes through again. Line drive, base hit, right past the glove of the third baseman. The runner had to pause at second, and Grissom had to freeze at second because it was a line drive, but he does get into third. It's still bases loaded, 1 out, but this game is tied. Colson Montgomery is up next, and he is going to pop this one up. Is this going to go foul? CJ Cron is going to make the catch right in front of the Red Sox bullpen, and it's 2 out. Colson Montgomery can't come through. What about Heston Kjerstad? Can he come through? He's going to pop one up as well, and it looks like Trevor Story is going to make that play with ease. So this one is going in the 6th, tied at 2. We had a chance to take the lead. We can't do it in the 6th. Garrett Crochet gets Rafael Devers to strike out, but that would be his last batter, as he was throwing a lot of pitches, getting tired, and then we got the righties coming up. So we go to Jimmy Lambert. This is how he did last year, but forget that. He was having a great season in AAA. Can he get out of this jam? He gets former White Sox Yo Moncada, the chop to first, and that gets out of the jam in the 6th. So still tied at 2 after 6 innings. We're going all the way to the 8th. It's Tim Hill as well, making his season debut today, and he would work an easy 1-2-3 inning as he gets Rengifo to fly out to center. I guess they traded for him as well. We're going all the way to the 9th now. Colson Montgomery, he rips one up the middle. That's a base hit, almost hit the pitcher in the head there, but that is a base hit off Joely Rodriguez. And we got the one guy on with 1 out. Heston Kjerstad up next. Tough lefty-lefty matchup. 3-2 count, but he rips one in the gap in the left center field. This one's going all the way to the monster. Colson Montgomery is on his horse. He's going to round third. He's going home. No, he's going to stop at third. And the White Sox have second and third, 1 out. It's a nice double from Kjerstad. Sets up this rally here in the 9th. Can we come through? Oscar Colas up next. Colas is going to weakly hit one to first base with the infield in. That's not going to get the job done. Second and third, 2 out now. We're going to the bench. Paul DeYoung, he has a knack for coming through in some clutch spots. He was supposed to get him an off day today. That's why Nicky Lopez was playing. But we need him here. 2-2 count against the lefty, and Paul DeYoung comes through. It's a base hit up the middle. Both runs are going to score, and the White Sox take a 4-2 lead after a clutch pinch hit single from Paul DeYoung, and we get an achievement for it as well. On the mound to close it out is our closer, Joe Barlow. One of the rare bright spots this year is since moving to closer, he's been 12 of 13 for save opportunities, the exact opposite of Jonathan Brebbia. So let's see if it is as easy as he's making it look so far. Yoshida up first. He hits one in the right. Oscar Colas is going to camp under it. He's going to be right there for out number 1. So 1 away here in the 9th. The next up is Rafael Devers. Scary, of course, but we have a run to work with, and he is going to walk on a tough close call right there. A good eye for Rafael Devers. Now the tying runs up. It's Yo Moncada. Is he going to come back to hurt us? That wasn't a great pitch, but he's going to line this one in the left. Kjerstad's right there. 2 away. We're down. Red Sox down to their last out. It's Keibert Ruiz. 2-2 count on him, and he strikes out swinging. Joe Barlow closes the door, and we pick up a win in this first game of the episode as we'll come back from behind and beat the Red Sox. So moving on, we're going to go over our prospects as the minor league season has come to an end, the regular season at least. Drew Thorpe up first. He's one of our best pitching prospects, and he had a great season, made all 30 starts. He was 14-10, 190 2/3, and he had a 2.97 ERA. Good to see him with the sub-3 ERA. Next up, Noah Schultz. We talked about this guy who got promoted from AA to AAA. He's growing in overall like crazy. He's only 20 years old. He's a 70 overall. Had a great season in AA and did really good in his first 9 starts of AAA with a 3.02 ERA. Next up, we got Samuel Zavalli. Came over in that trade for Dylan Cease. Unfortunately, he didn't play much. He tore his Achilles and he was out for the whole season after only playing 45 games and not doing much. So hopefully next year he has a better year of it in the minors. He's only 19 years old, so he has time. Another guy who's on our top prospects list, we don't talk about him much, is Jacob Gonzalez. He was actually hurt for a long time as well. That's why he only played 28 games and batted .217. Hit 7 homers, though, so there's some promise there. But again, hopefully he has a better year next year and grows a little bit more. Edgar Caro, we talked about this guy a little bit in the beginning of the season when he was red hot. Didn't really do much this season. 99 games, he hit 4 homers at .235. So again, another guy we're hoping just grows a little bit there. He could have definitely done a lot better, but the catching is, we got to figure that out because Max Stassi's good for now, but we have not really any prospects there, and it looks like he's a long time away. Grant Taylor's a guy we didn't talk about much, but he had a sneaky good year, 46 games. He only had 8 games started. I guess I didn't have him in my rotation either in AA, but he pitched 151 innings, 3.22 ERA. He's going to be moved up to AAA next year for sure. And last but not least, saving this guy for last because he's actually someone we are going to be calling up to the major leagues. He's on the 40-man roster anyway, so you might as well call him up. He's 22 years old, only 68 overall, but look at the year he had in AAA. He was the best pitcher in AAA, even better than Drew Thorpe after Drew Thorpe's top start. He made all 30 starts as well, and he had a 2.53 ERA. Here are his stats. I mean, they're not terrible. They're not awful. I wouldn't necessarily say they're MLB ready, but hey, he's on the 40-man. Let's just get him in now while we can. Hopefully he can start the year on the team next year and continue to grow. And he proved himself in AAA. He had just a great season. So here we go. We're going up. This isn't the last game of the year. It's about the last week, though. And you see, we got 76 wins. Not terrible. And there is Jairo Iriarte making his major league debut. The first batter he's going to face is Noah Schonel. And the first batter is actually going to rip one to right field and absolutely blast it. Welcome to the big leagues, Jairo Iriarte, as the first batter he faces. It's an absolute nuke out to right field. Nolan Schonel's 8th home run of the year as Iriarte left one way over the plate. Can't do that in the major leagues. He's going to verse Mike Trout a couple batters later, though, but he bounces back and gets his first major league strikeout, and it's against no one else but Mike Trout. So that's definitely one Iriarte is not going to forget. He would settle down, though, get out of the first. Patrick Sandoval we're going up against here. He hasn't had the best year, 4.7 ERA in 176 innings. So we'll see how he does. Still 1-0 in the second. It's Zach Neto. He's going to ground one up the middle. Colson Montgomery's going to make a beautiful play from the outfield grass to get Zach Neto. That's not an easy play, and that was not a slow runner. So Colson Montgomery all the way from the grass out there in the short center field. Beautiful play, off balance throw. Gets him. So Montgomery flashing letters. Made a few errors this year, but he has made some nice plays as well. In the third we go. It's Nolan Schonel again. This time he gets him to fly out to left. It's Oscar Colas playing left today instead of right. Just I don't really know. There's no really reason for it. I guess didn't realize he was playing left. Anyway, after that home run in the first, Iriarte is not allowed to hit the rest of the way as we're through 3. It's 1-0 Angels. In the bottom half of the third, it's 1-2 out for Paul DeJong. He's going to rip one, and he's going to keep that one fair down the left field line, and that is going to be a double for Paul DeJong. We have second and third, 2 out in the bottom of the third. It's our first rally of the game. It's Colson Montgomery, and Colson Montgomery is going to hit one in the right field, pretty deep, but going back to the right fielder, right in front of the track. He'll make the play. Colson Montgomery hasn't really been coming through in the clutchest of spots, but like we keep saying, he's a rookie. In the fourth, Taylor Ward, 3-2 count. He's looking at the fastball high in the zone as we're through 4. Iriarte still just that one hit to show for it, so he settled down after that leadoff home run, and he's been on cruise control since. In the bottom half of the fourth, runner on first, 1 out. It's Oscar Colas. He dunks one in front of Mike Trout in center field. We got first and second, 1 out in the fourth inning. 9-hitter coming up. Martin Maldonado hasn't really got much playing time, but here he's going to hit one deep in the left field. Going back to the left fielder. He's at the wall. He's trying to time this one up. He leaps, and it's not caught. It's a home run. Home run from Martin Maldonado. 3-run shot. He does not hit many. He doesn't really play much. That's his 3rd home run of the season. It's a big 3-run home run to give Iriarte a little bit of confidence and a lead. But in the 5th, it's Taylor Ward with the leadoff base hit. It's a first hit since the first inning, though. So Iriarte settled down nice. He actually had a pretty good start. But in the 5th here, looks like he's in a little bit of trouble. Leadoff base hit. Logan O'Hoppe, he rips one up the middle, too. It's another base hit. 2 base hits in a row for Los Angeles as Iriarte might need to, with a bullpen, might need to start working here to save Iriarte. Next up, Zach Neto. It's another base hit, line drive base hit. Runner is going around third. The throw from Oscar Colas is way offline, and the run scores. It's 3-2 in the top of the 5th. Still nobody out. It's 3 hits in a row. Joe Adell up next, 1-2 count. He goes down swinging. Nice slider from Iriarte. So 1 away. Nice double play ball from getting out of this thing. It's Hunter Dozier up next, 1-2 count. But he rips one into right field for a base hit. A runner's going to score. This game is tied, and 4 hits in the 5th inning have chased Iriarte out of this game on his major league debut. All in all, it wasn't terrible, but he ran out of gas there in that 5th inning. He was getting hit hard. So we're going to Cionel Perez to try to get the rookie off the hook for that fourth or fifth run, and he's going to do just that. Gets a ground ball to third, 5-4-3 double play. So Iriarte's day would be 4 and a third with only 3 earned runs. So not the worst. Anyway, in the 7th, this game's tied at 3. It's Dominic Leone on the mound, and that's Taylor Ward again. This time it's going to be a leadoff double, as that one hops off the wall. So trouble here in the 7th inning for us. They would get the runner over to third, 1 out for Zach Neto, and Neto rips one up the middle. That's a base hit. And Luis Roberts going to throw this one in, and the Angels take a 4-3 lead in the top of the 7th. Dominic Leone, usually pretty reliable, but today he gave up a run. Bottom half of the 7th, it's Eloy Jimenez, and Eloy Jimenez smashing one to left field. No doubt about it. He's done it all season long, hit big home runs when we needed them. Not that, we've been that competitive this year. We haven't actually been too bad. And Eloy Jimenez has just had a great season. 27 on the year. Still have a couple of games left that he could have maybe close to that 30 mark. We'll see if he gets hot. But Eloy Jimenez with another absolute bomb. We haven't hit many home runs on these videos. I'm used to hitting a couple home runs every game back in my Mets and Yankees franchise I did last year. This one is hard to come by. You only get a few people that do it. And Eloy Jimenez is one of them. He's been fun to play with. Look at this in the 9th. Kjerstad trying to dive. Not even close. I need to just get my hand off that RT button because every time I dive, it doesn't end well. So it's a leadoff double for Brandon Drury in the 9th. Could have been worse. Tim Hill on the mound. Taylor Ward up next. He's been hot. That's his 3rd hit of the game. That's a base hit to right field. Drury did not get a good jump, so they're going to keep him at 3rd. It's 1st and 3rd. Nobody out here in the 9th. Next up is Logan O'Hoppe, and he is going to hit one deep into center field. Luis Faber going back. He's still going back. He leaps, and he makes a beautiful play. He just robbed Logan O'Hoppe of a 3-run home run. That was amazing. The run does score, unfortunately, because it was a sac fly. But what a catch. I did not think Luis Robert had time to get back there. He ran a long way and just threw up a prayer when he jumped at the wall. And my goodness, what a catch. Look at this catch from Luis Robert. Went up there and, definitely took a home run away from Logan O'Hoppe. As instead of a 3-run lead, it's only a 1-run lead. In the 9th, though, Eloy Jimenez would be a last chance. Another game-tying home run. He hits one in the left, but this is a can of corn as we drop this one. And that would, like we said, be the last game we played on video here as the Angels pick up the win. And we're going to fast forward to the end of the season. Good news, though, before we do that. The AAA, the Charlotte Knights, we've actually won the AAA National Championship. So that's amazing. Gives us hope for the prospects we have in the minor leagues. Gives us hope for the future. Here is how we finished the season, 77 and 85. Honestly, not too bad. Did not think I'd win 77 games. 18 games out of first. The Twins just absolutely killed everyone else. Ran away with the division. Crazy enough, we didn't finish too far away from 2nd place in the division. Not that that means anything, just division sucks. Orioles win the division, Rays get the wild card, Yankees get hot, but they miss out on a wild card spot. Blue Jays go 500, and the Red Sox just crash and burn out of the playoffs. Bad way to end the season. Astros win the West, 4 games up on the Rangers, and the Mariners both made the wild card, though. There we go. Rangers, Rays, and Mariners in the wild card. Yankees just missed a game out, so they actually turned it up late, but all too little, too late as we finish down there. Phillies won the East by 11 games over the Braves. That's crazy. 108 wins for the Phillies. Where did that come from? They just went off at that second half of the season. Cubs actually ended up winning the Central, so it's the Cubs and Reds both had 94 wins, but the Cubs win the tiebreaker. They win the Central. Reds are in the wild card, and the last 2 teams in the playoffs, the Dodgers, they won 111 games. The Diamondbacks, although they were 19 games back, they do win the wild card. They won 92 games. Flashing forward to see how our guys did, it's Jake Woodford had a very good year, sub-4 ERA. He should be back with the team next year in a starting role. Mike Soroka, I'm pretty sure he's a free agent. He'll be gone. Not bad, though. 4.18 is not terrible. He had a good start to the season. Iriarte only had that 1 start, so, but it wasn't awful. Showed some promise for sure. Garrett Crochet, he ended the season with a 3.65 and 123 innings pitched. So I think maybe we will keep him as a starter. Why not? He's been decent. Not like we have anyone better anyway, but we do have a lot of prospects. So we'll all see how that goes. Eric Fetty actually didn't do too bad. Had a sub-4 ERA. He's getting paid a shit ton of money for whatever reason, even though he's a 67. So he's going to be on the team next year. Chris Flexen, probably not. I don't know. Brebbio, he was decent, but just couldn't close games. I think he's a free agent at the end of the year, too. Cionel Perez came over from Baltimore in the trade. Wasn't great, but he's a lefty. We need lefties. Steven Wilson, not bad. He had a pretty decent year. He'll be here next year as well. Jesse Chavez is gone. He's called back up because it automatically sent guys up and down after the season ended. Same thing with Dominic Leone. He did great. 209 and 51 and 2/3 innings. Wow, really good. Matt Foster got called up for some reason. Like I said, the game was just doing weird things at the end of the season there, but I didn't call him up. He didn't play. Joe Barlow, he was great in that closer role. 2.44 ERA. He finished the season within 66 and a third innings, so pitched really good, and his saves were on point too. I think he only blew one. Here's how the lineup did. Vaughn Grissom, since coming over from Boston, actually did solid. 268's not bad. 11 home runs. Eloy Jimenez batted 296 with 27 bombs, 81 RBIs. He was amazing. Luis Robert, considering he missed 2 months of the season, he also hit 20 bombs, 250, 55 home runs. It's not bad, but like you said, he was hurt for a while, so is what it is. Gavin Sheets, way overperformed. Amazing. 283 with 28 homers. Unbelievable. Hopefully he can keep that kind of production up going forward. Colson Montgomery did okay. 226 in his first almost 300 at-bats is really not that bad. It's a rookie. He's learning. Hopefully next year we see a stride forward. You're going to see a couple empty spots because, it sent the two guys down, but I'll show them in a second. Paul DeJong did end up batting over 200. He hit 17 homers. Like, it wasn't awful. He had some clutch hits. I liked him, but he won't be on the team either next year. And Max Stassi actually did very good. 272. Did not expect that. 13 home runs. Did not expect that either. 54 games for Kjerstad since coming over from Baltimore. He hit 212. Had 7 homers. Hopefully he grows a little bit more as well to make something out of that trade. Oscar Colas, 47 games. He hit 245 with 6 homers. So similar. Just hoping they grow into something. I'm patient for now. So we got that going. The Diamondbacks end up winning the World Series, and look who they played in the World Series. If you've been following this channel, you know the Rays always make the damn World Series in my franchises, and it doesn't look like it's going to change in MLB The Show 24. But the Diamondbacks go to back-to-back World Series, and they win this one this time, beating the Rays. Corbin Carroll was a World Series MVP, hit 409 with 3 homers and 11 ribbies in the World Series. That's insane. Corbin Carroll deserved that. The MVP of the season was Corey Seager. He had 332 with 53 bombs, 137 RBIs. He was the American League MVP. I'm going to flip over to the National League MVP, and I'd be surprised if it's not Shohei Ohtani. Let's see who that National League MVP is in just a second. Wow. Yeah, it is Shohei Ohtani. He batted, but well-deserved. I mean, he batted 302 with 45 bombs, 135 ribbies. Look at Aaron Nola almost won the MVP as a pitcher at a sub-2 ERA. That's insane. I'm sure he won the Cy Young, but we'll go to the American League first. It is Garrett Cole winning back-to-back Cy Youngs. Look at that. 2.43. And yeah, it is Aaron Nola. Sub-2 ERA for a season. That is wild. 24-4. Aaron Nola had a great year this year in this save. As far as awards go, we only had one award winner. That was the Silver Slugger for DH, Eloy Jimenez. At 296 with the 27 bombs, as we saw. So after that home run against the Angels, he didn't get any more. But yeah, he ran away with the Silver Slugger for DH now that Ohtani's not in the American League. And here was the final bracket for the postseason. As you see, Arizona won by playing, down to the wire in every series except for the World Series. They had to win in 3 against Chicago in the wild card on the road. They then beat the Phillies in 5 and Atlanta in 7, and then they took care of business against the Rays in 5. So that means Corbin Carroll had 11 RBIs in 5 games. That's wild. Tampa Bay, they swept Texas. They swept Baltimore. They won in 7 against Seattle, who made the CS. And then they lost to Arizona, of course. So the Rays keep making the World Series in my franchise saves. Let's see if that becomes a thing in this game as well. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We wrapped up Season 1 today. In the next episode, we'll have an off-season. We're definitely going to make some moves. We might trade someone big like Luis Robert. I don't know yet. I haven't made up my mind. But if we are going to do it, it is going to be in that episode. So stay tuned for that one. And I hope you guys are excited for next season. See what we do. It's probably going to be another rough season. I'm not going to lie to you. You guys, I know you guys are realistic too. Where are we competing? Honestly, we have to build up the farm a little bit more. I don't know. Do you think I should trade Luis Robert? I think I should. He's got a lot of time left on his deal. I know in real life they flip-flop between trading him and building around him, but I don't know. I think by the time his contract is up, we'll just start getting good and we can get something for him now. So I think we should. But anyway, Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one.
Hands up in the air, they got me down. I keep it 100, they crunching the numbers, I'm getting wild.